Remember your horse stance, all your stances. You don't want your knees over your toes, like where you can't see your toes. Still want to be able to see our toes, right? Just going through my stances. I'm gonna keep my hands at my hips. I'm gonna press as I pivot on the balls of my feet into my half horse. In my half horse, again, I want to toe check, make sure I can still see my big toe, and then my feet are both facing the same angle. So I'm not back like so, I'm not facing forward like this. Both feet are at a 45-degree angle. From here, we rotate to our cross step. And again, I want my heel and my back toe to be in alignment. So the front foot pivots out, the back toe comes up like I'm squashing the bug every time, like when we pivot. Then I step through to my kickstance. All my weight pretty much bared on my back leg, and then my lead leg just kind of balances here. Now from here, I press out to my half horse stance again. And once I've made it here, again, always toe checking yourself, making sure our angles are right. 45 degrees in the half horse. Then I come back to the kick stance, back to my cross step, and then rotate back to half horse stance. And then we would repeat this process, of course, to the other side. Holding for about 5 seconds like we normally do at each stance. The main thing about our up windmills, when we start to add the hands to this, I want to make sure I'm blocking below the line of the groin and again above the line of the forehead. So that way I'm getting a full block. And it's like if I had a big staff in this hand. Just pause. So how you know if you're doing one right, again below the line of the groin and then again above the line of the head. And notice that I have to be able to turn my arms where I'd be blocking with the soft part, right? Again, bam, when I turn the arm up to block, I'm blocking with the soft part again. And our Kung Fu block is always flowing. It never stops. So now, without the stick, it's still the same motion. So now I add both hands for my up windmill. It generates a slight rocking of the body, and at first I just want you to get used to using your arms, and then from your arms we start to turn at the waist. And then from here I pivot. And when I pivot, I want to pivot on the side. So if I'm counting, it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I pivot on the 5th one with the same side arm. If I'm pivoting to my right, I would time it to throw it with my right arm for power here. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I throw the right arm to help me pivot into my cross step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same thing. Going all the way back. And it doesn't matter. I could step with either arm as long as I have control of my base. Down windmill, same concept. I'm starting from up and then hammering down. And then again, I've got to be able to hammer with this soft part, this big meaty fleshy part of my forearm. Bam, bam. And so the other thing we're not seeing, I'm gonna face this way real quick, is I'm not like this. See how this is a 90-degree bend? I am slightly out. This gives space between me blocking and the punch coming in at my face. If I block like this, chances are you're still getting punched in the face. So I want to be out from my body a little ways. So I'm making sure that I catch the punch as it comes in before it hits me. So one more time here. So, all I'm here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we don't have to be so disciplined with our arms. We can just let them freely go. 1, 2, 3. So as I just swing. 4. Right? Now with the movement, same thing. I time it with the other hand this time. 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 4, 5, 2. And the other side. Notice.